High Concept Lab's 15th anniversary logo in white text on black emerges and zooms in from the center. Speaking is Molly Shanahan, former artist in residence. Molly is a 55-year-old person with dyed blonde hair and hazel eyes. They are seated in a mostly artificially lit black box dance studio with a wall of yellowish beige risers stacked behind them. As Molly speaks, video footage shows a movement session facilitated by Molly in the studio. Over a dozen movers with a wonderful diversity of bodies converse and witness each other through reaches, spirals and rotations from the ends of their limbs, and luscious folding and unfurling.
I'm Molly Shanahan. I'm a choreographer, movement artist, and educator. In the course of the last 2 decades, I've developed a movement technique called spiral body techniques. I've also become really invested in questions of how we as dance artists can learn to see and be seen with more compassion and equanimity. And so my practices really circulate around that question.
Archival photos of Molly's HCL studio residency. A dancer folds a leg underneath themselves and leans and reaches to the right over their other outstretched leg. A group of 5 dancers engage in motions of leaning, breaking free, and arching up toward the sky, seemingly out of the darkness in dramatic stage lighting. More videos show Molly's present-day studio session. Molly observes as the diverse movers form duets and small groups, and weave through each other before milling together.
And my HCL residency was really early on when they were developing what HCL is. I was focusing on starting to develop some of these same principles of trusting spontaneity and performance without a lot of aesthetic agenda. The emphasis on process over product and experimentation. This is really the thing about HCL that I think is so crucial to me. It's a lab.
The movers echo each other, latching on to each other's movements and repeating them. They hold time to make eye contact, linger, and create currents of energy through which other dancers slip in and also echo the movements that preceded them. Molly coaches the movers in the moment and facilitates a group discussion circle afterward.
HCL understands that experimentation requires not knowing what the end result will be, and yet honoring the practice that moves a vision forward. You know, for an artist who has a vision, even if that vision is very difficult to articulate, the ability to fail and keep going is priceless.
A montage of archival performance photos. 6 dancers of diverse body types are dressed in all black and lit in warm, yellow-tinted light in a stage environment. They reach toward each other and gently hold, caress, and support each other through physical connection in various spatial configurations.
Certainly, the availability of space and the availability to perform, and to perform in settings that were formal enough to really honor what was happening in the performance, but also informal enough that I could really practice what I was working on, which had to do with spontaneity and connection between an audience and an observer.
Archival performance and behind-the-scenes photos include the dancers reaching with their arms and fingers seemingly beyond their heads as Molly shares about feeling supported to daydream. The video refocuses back to Molly speaking in the studio for their final thoughts on the artist-centered nature of HCL.
When support comes from individuals in an organization that truly value artistic vision, artistic spirit, and the artist, you really can't measure the importance of that. And I felt really supported as an artist to daydream about what I might want to do. It asserted a really crucial environment in Chicago. HCL is so artist focused, artist centric. That kind of faith was career changing, really. I mean, it's essential as an organization that walks the walk. I'm just proud to be affiliated.
The video ends with the black HCL logo set against a bright pink circle with a neon blue sunspot and cradled by black text that reads, "Celebrating 15 years." Credits in black text, featuring photos from Erica Rook and Christian Faur. Video by On the Real Film. Web link highconceptlabs.org/15 years.